Hello and welcome to Jade Con Gaming. My name is Bob and this is the 32nd episode of the Shadow Kingdom 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I'm joined here with Vic as Mary, Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Dr. Richter, and Nick as...
Mary.
Also
Mary.
Also
we have two
Mary.
Marys.
Weird middle name. Stranger first one, though. We are starting off on Saturday Eve, because I believe I cut the last episode short because I didn't want all of this to take place.
We were going to a heist.
Yeah, you're doing things. Let's see how many I can kill.
You got to.
I mean, we've done a heist once before that didn't go well.
No. I'm just saying, 50% is technically a failure.
Yeah. I was going to say, we've done, one good heist, one bad heist. He's still correct. Failure rate.
Half the party didn't necessarily die during the failed heist, because I'm still working on one of them.
I was just saying our heist count.
Oh no,
so
he's hard NPC at this point.
Yeah. But if he's alive, it counts.
Yeah. You're going through the time and effort to bring him back. I'm not going to just screw you on it. He's going to be more useful than your standard zombie.
I'm really interested to see what stats went down and how he ends up when he comes. Because no, what I'm technically doing isn't zombie. It's the whatever reborn race thing of...
Yes, I will have to remake him in your image. So, we had the Dr. Richter, other Mary, and Mary taking off to go on a heist. Mother June, what are you doing? You're doing just nap time?
Yeah, I'll probably end up going to bed since I'm not aware of any of this.
Also, sorry, before we get too far into this, last episode I did forget to have Ryan roll for Mother June's chance of collecting donations from his congregation, which we did off-screen. It was 10 gold for those of you keeping track. He rolled mediocre and then really poorly on the money. So that's what happened there. So yeah, if you're feeling crazy...
If you're doing math, if you're like, I'm watching D&D because I like math, and you're doing your home math.
Oh yeah, and God love you. I wish you were one of us because we need you.
More math.
Yeah, we need a math person.
Math is hard.
Adds automatically. That would be great. If we could get a human calculator, we'll kick out Vic. I'm sorry, but statistically, yours are the easiest ones to add. It makes sense. And I'm running
small
the game.
numbers, man. Small numbers.
Okay, so you head out. Any preparations before you leave? And you take. Did you take any of your lieutenants with you, or is it just you three?
Us three. You didn't know about it. I guess you probably didn't know that I was going, but I knew because it was mentioned that it was going to happen at the morning's meeting.
That way we're going to check back on that place, maybe break into it a little to confirm it's his house.
Well, I'll show up at the inn if people are around to tell me what that we're planning on going out, then I'll join.
And dressed appropriately for being stealthy and sneaky.
Okay, so you get your... Because you have so many outfits.
I know, I do.
I'm like, this is entirely my fault, and I don't even feel bad about it. I'm so happy. The zoot suits are your fault, but everything else I'm taking 100% credit for.
Yeah, no, definitely in my traveler's darker clothes, not the zoot suit.
Alright. Molly's in her reversible zoot suit when you leave, but she's pink side out at the bar.
Yeah, it's like, we could take Molly, but I figured go in, check, see if there's magic, like the door, and if it has alarm, then go in and check and make sure he's there.
Yeah, Molly, for your lieutenants, when you're using them in combat or in heist situations like these, they're not the ones in charge, so you have to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want a building burnt down, you have to let them know that.
Yeah, you have to. They're not going to, on their own, decide to burn down a building, because the boss is there to make those decisions.
I don't know. Could we have Mary go stake out Gustav and give her one of the communication stones so she could tell us when he's coming back?
You mean Molly, or one of you two?
I was going to say have Molly go look at
Okay,
Gustav.
you did say
But
Mary.
that was the incorrect name. And the entire reason I'm having the lieutenants run that way is because I am not good enough at running separate mines to run the lieutenants without just making them metagamed and perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you need to hide things from me when I'm a player because it's really hard for me not to use that information or try to find a way to use it. So, you can't do it because I'm bad. I'm inadequate to the task of making that usable. So that's just what we're gonna have to roll with.
That's fair.
Or we can just get ourselves an omniscient lieutenant.
Yeah, good luck with that. He knows that you want to, and he doesn't want to be a part of it.
Ah!
He's like,
Gotta
I'm
sneak
just
up
gonna-
on him.
He's like, I'm going to go to a different city and make another.
But we're not allowed to
God.
go to another city!
No, he's like, I'm going to go to a different city, and make another guidebook.
I guess, yeah, if we can ask to borrow your sending stone if you're not going with us, to give it to Molly to have her.
Or are you going with us?
Okay, I'll go with you if we're planning on doing something. I
Yeah,
think
that's-
it'll be. It's probably easy for us three
Mm-hmm.
to get through unnoticed, and we could definitely bypass the watchers.
Well,
You
yeah,
have a sewer entrance?
yeah.
Yeah, we
But
got.
I have the sewer, leading directly to the place.
Never mind. You've got alter self. You've got way of disguising yourself.
If I need to, yeah.
Yeah, if we need to.
Yeah.
But he can
Although
turn
I'm
into a cat.
fairly
He can
certain-
turn invisible. I can be disguised.
I mean, you can turn into a horse and run away with you.
And
Mhm.
so I'll put on my slums disguise before I go.
All right. So you're disguised, and I think yours was like a decent disguise roll because
Yeah.
it runs off the same roll repeatedly as long as you're reusing the disguise, as I understand it.
Yep.
That way, it's the quick change as opposed to have to rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how are you doing this? How are you getting into the district, first of all?
Sewers.
Sewers.
Okay.
Do we want to send Molly ahead first and
Yeah.
have her contact us with the sending stone when he arrives?
Or when he's leaving the soup kitchen towards home.
Has Molly had experience getting in and out?
Yeah, Molly's been in and out
Okay.
lots of times. She found
Yeah.
the extortion with Hammerstein.
Mm-hmm.
So she's familiar enough with the area, probably.
Okay.
And we've got street addresses and some of the sewer mapped out. So.
Okay.
And specifically to this guy's house, I have a plan.
Who
So-
is one of us best at telling the rest of the party if we hear from Molly?
I'm pretty sure.
Does anyone have
Yeah,
telekinesis?
everyone's got spells.
Telekinesis?
You need
Telepathy. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Can you lift me up if you hear from Molly?
someone's pulling on me bullocks.
I don't know. Do you have send message or whisper?
And the best I can do is mage hand.
Mage hand. Improved mage hand.
But no, I don't have whisper.
I have subtle spell mage hand.
Mm-hmm.
The
I can
best
u-
kind. Settles invisible, like the
If you
I
want
don't, have
tricks,
to, I don't have to talk or wave hands to make the
And
spell
you either-
happen.
Okay, but
have-
still
And it's
visible.
invisible.
Oh, so you have like the full trickster one.
Nope, they get to use theirs to do lockpicking and stuff.
Oh, okay. But,
I could theoretically do it, but it
But
wouldn't be
it'd be-
like sneaky at all.
okay.
Like I couldn't
Are
pickpocket
you-
somebody. I could shove this
are
hand
you
into
just
someone's
trying to do it
pocket,
so it
and they
doesn't
would
make
definitely
noise?
notice.
Well, the idea of if, let's say, once we get in the house, we split up. Whoever gets the notice should quickly be able to tell everyone else. So
Also, are we going in to the house just to rob it, wait till he gets back and murder him?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go over that. What is our goal with going to his house? Just to
I assume you guys are talking upstairs with Molly present, so she knows what she's supposed to be doing.
yeah.
sure.
Okay, because otherwise you're having this conversation during drinks hour
Well,
downstairs at a bar.
my idea
How do
was
we murder this
that
guy?
or in the sewer as we're walking.
We can just have it upstairs before we go, so we can
Yeah.
decide on things. So our goal's not to rob this guy. He might have some stuff as some sort of slums tenement lord, but
Our goal is also to rob this guy.
well, that's like
So
a side goal. So
get in his house, take out anyone who's there, then wait for him to come home and murder him, and then rob him.
Yeah, and then take his stuff. So, because that's what I figure our goal would be, is to kill the boss of the area.
Yes.
Does that sound right to you?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about the way it be.
So,
It do be like that. But only sometimes.
but yeah. So Molly, we would want you to go and presumably check when, just kind of notify us when he gets home, as well as if he's got any bodyguards.
Well, do we want to break into his place before he gets there and be waiting, or...
Molly pipes up and goes, "So, do you want me to follow him or watch for him? Because there's different tasks. Watch for him, I'm going to go get my disguise kit, look like a street urchin child, and hide, and just watch for him when he's leaving, then notify you. If you want me to follow him, that's a whole different outfit. I have to accessorize."
Child, because she's short.
Yeah, as she sits there in her pink suit with her ridiculous hat.
Give or lend her the stone. I say watch for him to leave and then get out to safety once you've let us know he's headed in that direction.
Question. Instead of doing this tonight, why don't we go ahead and have his house observed so we know what to expect on...
That's what I thought tonight was going to be, versus get everyone together to do that. I was just going to do a brief...
I got a good feeling about tonight. I have a 17-19 feeling about tonight.
That is pretty good.
And it's like, well, the doctor says that he's got a good feeling about tonight. So. But yeah, so I guess the idea would be that we send Molly ahead just to know what we'd be getting into. As far as waiting for him to show up and then jumping in as soon as he walks in the door, I don't see why we can't just wait until the dude's asleep.
Okay, so...
Waiting for dudes to sleep has worked out well for us in the past.
Yeah. So...
Okay, so... Her go to the food shelter, let us know when he's on his way to the house, and then we'll just be watching it.
What about watching his house? Letting us, because obviously she could stay there and let us know, like, we're underground once he's in, or maybe once the lights are out, or...
And it's like she could inform us either when he gets home or when the lights are out.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll do that. I want to swing by during, slight nighttime, check for magic. But besides that, then go hang out in the sewers and come up later.
Yeah, if you want to join her just to do a check over the place.
Yeah.
Well, as for me, I say why not just be in wait below ground at that point, in case something happens when he goes up to check, that we're within helping distance.
We could be in the area.
Yes, you said you had a nearby sewer access point?
Yeah. One I traced from there to a sewer. So.
So we'll go there.
So, yes, go there, have Molly watched, let us know when he comes in, goes to bed. I will, before then, go up and check the house for magic, see if it has alarm and other things on there.
Okay.
Unless Mary wants to do it, you are technically stealthier than I am.
I am technically stealthier than you are.
Yeah.
Is it technically because it involves a die roll?
That is correct. That is
Well,
correct.
So you get
Well, that
ability
he has
to detect
invisibility,
magic?
but he can't. We all can ritual detect
I-
magic.
Think so?
All four of us.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's right there.
Maybe not you.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I can
We can all-
ritual silence.
Yeah. Which we'll definitely want to do before we go in. But yeah, my stealth is +1.
Plus 8.
Yeah. So,
Still about even.
Once the die roll is factored in?
so we're on our way.
Making my way. Okay, since you're going sewers,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're having Molly watch the house, or
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Molly
having her come along with us just so she gets there at the same time. Then she can watch the
okay,
house.
so she's going down to the
It's up to her. I think if she'd feel better coming up out of the sewers or...
Yeah, up to you if you feel getting there on your own and watching the house, or I can just lead you directly to it.
Yeah.
You can make that decision, as I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think Molly.
I just.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes. However, the point being, because she has gone in before from up top, how confident is she based on what her experience is?
She's very confident that she could get to the house.
Yeah. I see no reason to have her risk revealing our exit point.
Okay, but as soon as we get there, we're sending up Mary.
Yeah, but he's stealthy and can turn invisible,
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do both of those things.
or change his face to be somebody different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, fine. She'll go over surface, and we'll go through the sewers.
But yeah, so her goal would be to
Notify us when he's come home and when it looks like he's gone to sleep.
Remember, she gets one
She
notification.
gets one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So,
The go to sleep is the end point of that on when she would contact us.
Yeah.
lights out kind of thing.
And if she's got any additional, it would be whether or not he has bodyguards or anything else that she would feel would be relevant to tell us.
Okay,
And
so
those 25.
check for bodyguards. Anything else relevant?
Like, so if she sees, he came home with a group of, 3 ladies, that may not be bodyguards, but that would still be, because she has words to say.
Yeah.
So wait until goes to sleep appearance, but then tell us that kind of detail. Yeah.
And while we're at it, after she's used the sending, to go ahead and meet us at X location.
I say at that point, head back into controlled district. Once she's done that, head out.
Yeah, the meet back at X point is the end tomorrow morning.
No, I figured just in case she got short on words, that she'd be able to come meet us at X location to further.
She'll know where the sewer opening is. If she's short on words, that's the location to come.
She has never been to that sewer opening, and it is not part of the mapped ones. He's been there because he specifically searched.
But he has a map.
Yes, but he hasn't mapped that one.
Yeah.
He knows it, but
and
the part he's been systematically mapping.
And
He's got
the
about
other
half
thing
of it
is
complete.
if we all go in, we can still have her watch the house for us to warn us if something happens on the outside.
She can't warn us. She's used the one.
She can throw rocks at the window or something.
Even if she just goes, hey!
Or make a noise.
Make the sound of a dying giraffe, bird whistle.
Some distraction of people.
The
outside.
cry.
Good idea. Distraction.
Yeah.
Yelling
If something
cats.
seems like it's coming in to kill us, set the building across the street on fire.
No, set this building on fire. It'll
No.
keep them trapped in with us. It's genius, and it'll definitely work most of the time.
Go ahead and do an intelligence roll, Adam.
Are you? Well, first of all, is this because setting anything there on fire burns down the whole slums?
That would be the result of the intelligence roll.
Because we already know that.
Yes, these are jokey.
I'm just
updates.
saying, if you tell her to set things on fire, the little firebug fucking will.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
You said, catch that on fire, and she just went, yup, and walked off before you could say
Wait,
another
wait.
word.
Sarcasm.
Yeah,
Side sarcasm.
don't listen to him.
Yeah, okay, so that wasn't a real instruction. Okay.
No, you have told us time and again, fire there is not a solution because we keep thinking, fire seems like such a good solution.
It's still a city. You're burning down medieval Kentucky.
Me realizing the other day, does medieval Kentucky have a name?
Why'd you gotta bring it up on it? Medieval Kentucky, in fact, has no name because I always put it in my notes as Medieval Kentucky.
Which basically just makes this Kentucky.
Yeah.
I think Kentucky is a fine name for the city.
Yeah, sure.
City country, yeah.
Yeah, the country. It's the fine country of Kentucky.
Yeah, Kingdom of Kentucky.
I don't see where the problem is.
Yep.
given the seriousness that you've given to the rest of this setting,
I don't know
that
what you're talking
fits.
about. These are definitely real people and not at all from...
All right, let me put on my clothes as bought from Thurston Howell.
The third.
Raoul the third.
I forgot it was a secondary pun.
Two.
Yeah, doubled up.
I like to thread those in there.
So we're on our way through the sewers, having a jolly old time.
And then Molly's up top.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But make sure we see.
She's
She's
either
either
a
really
ghost,
good or really bad.
or she's never getting to that house.
As you guys leave the inn together at the same time, you look around to tell Molly one more thing, and no idea where she went. She appears to have disappeared
Well, to be fair,
on an empty street from under a streetlight.
we have each have one way, so you can tell her something one point if needed to. Because it's both ways.
Yeah, I was gonna say sending gets 25 words back, doesn't it?
Yeah, but also the way the stones work, there is a initiation can be done from each stone.
Yeah.
So I guess technically, if it was obvious she didn't have enough words, you can reply back, and what's the rest of the message, and double her words.
You can reply to this message. Okay. So, since Mary has gone this way before and did quite well on her survival check, and has been actively mapping the sewers, there's no required survival check for her to continue, and to get you guys to the closest exit to there.
Woo! I have not been wasting my time.
Yeah.
Then I give Mary the rest of the directions from here to his house. No,
She went up top.
Mary.
Murray.
Not Molly.
Mary,
You know-
Mary, Molly.
Honestly, this is all Nick's fault. When you think about it, it's all your fault.
As so many
Hey.
things seem to be.
Let's be fair. I gave it out. I have a second part of my name that would make it easier.
Maribel?
Maribel, yeah.
I call you the M-Bell.
No, you shouldn't have introduced yourself as Mary.
I introduced myself as Maribel. You just went with Other Mary, and everyone just calls me Other Mary.
My notes call you Maribel. That's easier for me to.
I jump back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Though I have it spelled differently. I guess.
So Mary and Mary. So Mary is going up because Mary told Mary how to get to the house.
Yes,
So
and
Mary,
describe the
I'm
house.
going to need a stealth check.
So why am I going?
You're going to look at the house
Well,
to
yeah,
detect.
isn't that what Molly's doing?
She's waiting up there for him to come home. You're doing a quick check to see if it has an alarm or the mage lock.
Wouldn't that be better to do once it's night and he's sleeping and we can all do it in the cover of darkness?
Yes.
I would rather know before so we can abort.
I mean,
No, it is absolutely has alarm on it. Most likely on the door. We probably have to go through a window. We've done this.
Yeah, but alarm's not cast on the door, it's cast in the living room.
well, the point is, knowing it now doesn't change our plans of still waiting.
Yeah. Well, it could change our plans to we want to hit him at night, or we just hit him on the street as he gets here.
Well, we're not killing him, right?
Well, that's the goal.
Oh, then what do we care about the alarms? We just bust in and kill him anyway. The guards aren't going to respond to a slums call that quick.
Plus, we've got a way.
I mean,
of
he
dealing
might have
with
guards that show up, but then we just pop down into the sewers.
Plus,
You know,
Okay.
you know what the sewers got? Nothing flammable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see them piled down here in a big pile.
Plus, if he's got enchanted whatever protections, we can deal with that, right?
I'm not sure what you mean.
I have disenchant or dispel magic.
Dispel magic. I don't believe there is a disenchant.
Yes, I have dispel magic set as my level 2, along with sleep 3 and sleep storm.
Yeah, it's like I figured one of you'd probably have it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, I took such useful things as Animate Dead and Tiny Servant.
Yeah. In that case, I go ahead and draw out. I'll bring out my map and start mapping the way that we got here. I'll spend my time doing that.
I mean, it's already like evening where it's getting dark. By the time
Okay,
we're
so
getting
you're
here.
going to map as you go.
No. Once we've arrived and we're just waiting around, I'm just mapping out the little path we took to here.
Okay. I mean, it's going to be a lower DC because you've done this before, but you will need a...
Survival.
Yeah.
I mean, we can map as we go. We got time.
Yeah, it's like half speed to map as you go.
Yeah.
And you'll probably need light.
One of you have light? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I say double checking. Yes. I was like, I would assume so. That feels like the kind of thing you can mix two chemicals together and create light. Based on glow sticks.
10 plus 8. So 18.
Okay. You add this one little shaft onto your map that's just leaning out.
Yes.
It's almost the strongest shape. If you come back in another way.
Nice.
Okay, so are you going up or are you waiting?
Waiting.
Okay, so you guys
It's a
wait
smart maneuver.
and pass the time. Nothing really eventful happens, and about 3 to 4 hours later, you get a voice. You hear from Molly that so he's gone in and lights are out, curtains are drawn. Doesn't seem to be any activity. Some people came, but they left already. Count seems right, and I don't see too many other people on the street. Houses next door on one side lights out, and that's where it ends.
So I go ahead and relay that.
Do you say anything back to her?
Not at the moment. It's like
Well, because you get one free.
one free.
You
free 25
you can
back.
respond to this message.
Then I respond, go ahead and we'll be coming up from our sewer location. Go ahead and rendezvous with us.
She does not know where the sewer location is.
Then I...
And
Give
you
the-
don't know where the sewer location
Because we
is.
never went up.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Then I... okay, if
The
I don't...
instructions that she's currently operating under is to wait there and
Yeah.
observe the house.
Yep.
Yeah, wait there and observe the house.
Then we'll come up to her and she can tell us any more information.
Yeah.
Then we'll go hit the house.
If we can even see her.
Yeah, if you can find it.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Yeah, so, yeah, just go ahead and wait at the house. We'll be there in a little bit.
So lead you guys up. Have Austin sort of stealthily lead us over to the house and I give him directions.
Okay.
Hold
Group stealth
up.
checks since you are going
Hold up.
stealthily. Hold up. Holding.
Hold up.
We are holding. We are in a holding pattern.
Because... So, invisibility on... Okay, so in preparing...
I have a +1 to stealth. So,
cast detect magic.
oh, doesn't that only... That's 10 minutes, yeah, so... Cast detect magic.
Detect magic, invisibility, the two of us, because that way I can concentrate on the invisibility for both of us, and you already have detect magic up.
Yeah. Now, the true question is, do I think I can get from the sewers to the house within 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
And just as an FYI, in case we need it, I can cast silence as not a ritual.
Yeah.
I can only do the ritual.
Yes.
I only dabble in magic.
Yeah.
Not a real mage.
But if we can get
I'm
around
like-
back
I'm like
and no
half a
one can
wizard.
see in those alleys, we can do all the ritual casting we want.
See, I can stealth too.
Mhm.
27.
Okay, and now we go up once we're invisible.
Okay.
That's almost as high as I can roll.
Alright.
Good job.
So I'm guessing advantage for being invisible.
Or however group checks work.
Well, I would imagine would we just all make a check and he would average, or?
It's a success fail.
Okay. So we have advantage for being invisible?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
18, so 19.
14.
19, 14, 27.
And I am not invisible, right?
No.
So you roll reggae.
Go.
So that gets me a 13.
Okay. You have 2 passes, 2 fails. However, his pass was insane.
It's almost as high as I can roll.
Yeah, so, I mean, with 30 being an impossible task and you're rolling a 27,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and let you have this one.
As you tell the invisible folk kind of down.
Yeah, so we'll get to the house and I start checking it for the
It's
magic.
clearly just the natural camouflage of my war face.
Your war Busey.
Yes, my boosy face. It's clearly very sneaky.
I just imagine it's like some of the video games. You're only stealthing while crouching, therefore you're all hunched over,
Exactly.
really close to the ground, Gary Busey.
Even if you saw that, you wouldn't say you saw that.
No. It's like, nope, that didn't happen. Must have been the wind.
They are not aware of Gary Busey, nor his penchant for killing everyone who catches him sneaking. That's why Gary Busey has never been caught sneaking anywhere. So unfortunately, in medieval Kentucky, fantasy medieval Kentucky, they would not immediately disregard Gary Busey like any wise person of this day and age would. If Gary Busey doesn't want to be seen, you let him not be seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're seeing Shia LaBeouf, which you have to yell to everyone and run.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Yes.
Exactly.
And you don't yell at them. That gets them a head start. You leave them in the dust.
Yeah. You just see
What should
Shia
I have?
LaBeouf.
I would
you
like
just
to point
start
out,
running.
if you leave him in the dust, there's a good chance you're going to run yourself right into a bear trap.
That's true.
Listen, I think the biggest issue was they were not paying attention in front of them.
I'm just
They're clearly
imagining-
looking behind them.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf,
I'm
yes.
just imagining somebody zip tying an air horn and throwing it in their direction while running.
That's a distraction.
Now I'm just thinking
Okay.
of the dick move you could do with a major image, just the loudest piercing sound you could, at the upcast so it's permanent.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys snick up onto the grounds.
So how close is this building to the buildings around it?
Fairly close. They're
Slums.
relatively cheek to jowl.
Okay. Can we get behind the house, therefore, like a back door or places we can't be seen from the street?
You can try, but there is alleyways.
Well, yeah. But I mean, so there.
And as you walk up, I guess who...
I have detect magic going looking.
You have detect magic. Who's keeping... Anyone perception checks? Eyes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah, perception checks all around. You're all keeping an eye.
15.
15,
26.
26,
15.
15, 6.
I'm really watching the house across the street. There's something suspicious.
No, he's obviously looking at that upper window where people notoriously look out at the street.
I'm watching it. It would not be against me to fixate on a single point.
You're like, is that Molly? No, that's a chimney.
Wait, is that my brother?
Then it is Molly.
Chimney.
She yells at me later, "Why were you staring at me?
Once
The
again,
chimney?"
once again, I would like to point out, if you see me sneaking, stop staring at me.
I didn't learn that trick when I was sneaking with her.
Yes, because she was sneaking very well. You were being super obvious. It just ruined it. Okay, so 27,
26.
26, 15s. So you do not see Molly still.
Nice.
She still outrolled you. So, as you are walking up with your detect magic running, you notice that there is magic on doors and windows, but there isn't on all of the houses. This one in particular seems to have them, but others do not. And it is the, window alarm sealed, and the door arcane locked and alarmed.
Now, are these alarms just if they're opened, or if you go inside, there's a 20-foot...
You cross the threshold.
Yeah, it's alarm is threshold.
Mm-hmm.
You cross the bing, 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 bing.
The alarm has limited size. Is it the house small enough that it...
Or cast multiple times.
No, we're thinking, could a sounds fit the entire building in there?
Oh, no. The house is... I have it written here. The house is about a 70 by 80 foot footprint.
So, pretty big house for the slums.
If we can cast like 3 silences.
While I'm looking, I do look up at the chimney. Is it alarmed?
Are you climbing to the roof to check it?
Well, I know most of the roofs here are sloped, so I didn't know if I could see it.
Isn't detect magic 60 feet?
Yes.
It depends. If there's lots of snow, they're sloped.
Well, we've gone over enough that there is going to be snow here because all the roofs have been sloped.
30
That's why
feet.
we can't...
30 feet, yeah,
30.
you can't. You
Okay.
can't see the tip of the chimney. You'll have to climb up.
Okay. So... those are alarms, so we could go through the walls. But I have Dispel Magic, so yeah. Go and find a back window if we can get in the alleyways and...
Okay, so are you going back on the outside of the house, or one of the sides? One side does have lights on still in the house, the other side does not.
the side without lights.
Okay.
And
And
hopefully
you
there'll
also,
be visible lines.
to your knowledge, you're relatively well versed in the area.
Mhm.
You checked the areas where people could be watching from, and you really don't see anyone watching you either. Like, you're aware that people are not observing.
Yeah, as I sat there and looked around at every place I thought, except for the one Molly is in.
So
Oh,
there's,
no, you
No,
looked
no,
at
you
that
looked right
too.
at her.
You just didn't see her.
so there's lights on in the house?
Not the house that you're burgling.
Neighbors.
One of the houses.
Oh, neighbor
One of the
houses.
side
Oh,
houses.
okay, neighbor's house.
So when we walk around the house, we don't walk on that side.
That is not what I wanted. That is a displacer beast. I'm not that mean.
Displacer beasts.
I don't know the CR for a displacer piece.
We could probably take it.
You want to?
No.
No.
You sure?
It's just a whole lot of rolling and missing.
I mean, we'll call the guards on it. We'll report you.
3? Yeah. But again, it just feels like it would be one of those hassle monsters of, and you missed, and you missed, and you rolled poorly, and you rolled poorly.
Okay, so you're going up to dispel the door.
Or
Window.
a window.
A window. Okay. Yeah, because the window doesn't have an arcane lock. Very smart.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I could bilk 2 from you.
No.
Okay, so you cast, and the window fades from your. It's still very faint because it is an enchanted object, which
We're
means
at
that
the
it's
side.
suppressed for an amount of time.
So we're at the side of the house, and that would end invisibility for
Yeah,
her.
Yeah.
her. She casts the invisibility.
No. If you cast while invisible,
Oh,
it breaks
that's
it.
true.
Mhm.
You're absolutely right.
What?
I forgot.
That's why I had her do detect magic first, so that we could.
Smart. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, we have to do this.
You have about 2 minutes left on your detect magic at this point between the observing, traversing, casting.
Since I can see 30 feet and through the walls unless they're 3 feet of stone or an inch of metal.
There is magic on the interior. The school is abjuration. And it seems to be a large part of the floor has an abjuration spell on it.
Is that protection usually?
Yes.
Yeah, defensive, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't-
If you go in, when you go
It
in,
doesn't explode.
there is a way to get around it,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not sure the exact, like...
Well, I mean, it's on the floor, right?
Yes.
You can fly.
Well, I can't.
Yeah,
So
you're
I'm
not sure where the exact line is. However, with you looking in at it, let's see here, you get an investigation check.
4.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it is, so...
You know that there's magic on the floor, but you're not sure the exact lines of it.
I'm going to be out, but dispel magic.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and need you to roll.
Oh no, it's technically higher than my thingy. 3 again, so I might have failed.
You almost certainly did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's too late. You rolled too fast. I was still thinking. Like, trying to figure out how bad could this be.
A secondary alarm on the floor? But, so, did you have that pulled up, or do I need dispel magic's rules?
It is 10 plus spell level that you're attempting to spell.
Okay.
So it has to be 4th level or higher
Mm-hmm.
for you to get the DC, and it's 10 plus spell level for you to dispel it. So
Yeah.
what was the number you rolled?
So 8, so 11, so obviously not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 plus...
8,
Okay.
because that's my casting. Oops. Nothing would happen, it just wouldn't work.
No, generally nothing will happen.
Yeah, it's a spellcasting ability check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless it specially detects attempts to dispel it.
The house shrinks and starts running off. Oh God! It's the only thing that was holding it. You just see a bloody mess. Hey, that's how the body's crushed.
There is a D&D monster called a house hunter,
Yeah.
which is a house that is in fact a mimic.
Oh, there's a whole, like, mimic society, like, thing in one of the... Was it Tasha's or something? where it's like, here's a house that's a mimic, and all of the stuff inside of it is other mimics.
Okay, so yes, you attempted to dispel it. It did not dispel.
Yes, and I let you know it was something above third circle is cast on the floor.
Yes, in-universe dialogue to reference spell levels. The ultimate.
I mean, circle is the best way to refer to it,
Yeah.
in my professional opinion.
Yeah, it's like it's
I don't
more,
get paid, so I'm not really professional.
It's like more,
Sorry.
more powerful.
I have this
than
opinion at work too. It's
regular.
professional.
Well, I start casting a silence. Just here on the backside.
Okay.
By the window.
So we'll take 10.
So, like, he opens the window, so through the window, like, within 20 feet of the house.
So
so
the window's only suppressed, right?
Yes.
well,
yeah.
that would stay suppressed for a while.
Yeah, we might as well just break it. We're not coming. Because that will destroy the enchantment. The item's broken. It's not magic right now. If we just break it, the magic goes away.
The alarm's not tied to the window.
It's tied to the frame.
It's tied to, like,
Location.
space.
Instead of
So, like,
using
if
a
you
20
bust
foot
through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man, the alarm will probably still go off.
Well, what's the alarm tied to? It's got to be
The
enchanted
wall.
on something.
No,
Well-
it's space.
yeah,
It's
and
an area.
Yeah. Well, if it was an alarm spell on an area, the dispel would have killed it. It wouldn't suppress it. If it suppressed it, it means it was attached to an item. So what item was it?
he's technically correct.
Because it was
through
just the
walls?
spell, it'd
Yeah.
be gone. If it's on the
The
item,
button on the control panel.
Well, here's the thing. The way that it works, if you want to dispel the window but not count it as the alarm and get super into the nitty-gritty, what you dispelled is its ability to keep out drafts and to, be integral. To, like, create good airflow but not change the temperature. If you want to be annoying about it, you just spelled the wrong thing. If you were fine with it, like...
Well, luckily on Dispel, it goes through all of the things
Yeah,
until
so,
it hits something above that level.
dispel is targeted.
one effect.
Yep, one effect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever, we dispelled the alarm on it, not any of the other utility magic that's technically on it.
Alright.
But
We should
anyway,
probably break the window anyway, just for...
So, are you putting the silence... Okay, the bigger point is
Yeah,
the
silence.
silence down
Yes,
on
I'm
this
going
side
to-
of the wall, inside the building,
On the outside.
on the outside. Okay, so...
That's the center point.
Okay,
so like
so it's 10 feet into the building, 10 feet out.
That's
no,
20
20
foot
feet.
radius.
Yeah, 20 feet
Okay,
in.
20 foot in. 20... Okay.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
foot
20 by
radius.
20. Okay.
Bubble.
Okay. And, so yeah.
Unless there's like a really convenient balcony on the second floor.
No, it does not appear to be. So, and then you smash the window?
I mean, does it open regular?
Or do you try to open it, or you just break it? 'Cause I was going to
I
say that
can
you
try-
managed to
I can-
open the window, but you were like,
Yeah.
no, I want to break it. I'm like,
Fine.
Yeah, I
try to
don't-
open it.
I had lifted and was looking in, and you're like, we should break that window.
I mean,
I'm going to cast silence so we can break it.
That was the intention.
You're so petty. I love it. I love how petty you are.
We should break that window, just, because.
It's not breaking and entering if we don't break anything.
Yeah.
No, we're just magically entering. Yeah, while he's casting...
concentration 10 minutes.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I also start my own ritual on Detect Magic again. So we'll finish at the same time.
Okay, so you're both taking 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, and if this window just opens, then it just open.
Okay.
If it's big enough to get through.
Okay. So the window's open, you cast a spell, half in, half out. Okay.
So, ready to... As we're getting ready, I say, once we're done casting, we all hop in and go straight for... and try to find him.
Send in Flyboy first to check out the interior.
Sure. Go scout.
I fly in and I don't touch the floors.
Yeah.
Alright. 1 second.
Do you also have Detect Magic?
As a ritual.
Is it currently active, or have you...
It is not.
Okay.
No, he'd be focusing on silence.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Concentration.
Yep, okay. If you say so.
Excellent. Yeah, poor baby. Okay, Okay, I need a Constitution save from you.
Constitution.
As you fly, you see this thing that you almost caught just go and light up the area of a huge circle as a spell goes off.
Since I was detecting magic right at it,
17.
can I tell what spell it was?
You can take an arcane check.
12.
You're not quite sure. You can also do one on what the other thing that got that it released, because it cast another spell as it released.
19.
That's a stinking cloud. And you said 12?
17.
17. Okay. As you fly through this noxious yellow fumes enter your nostrils, and you went, I've smelled worse, and kept going. But as it starts to billow out, I need everyone else to make Constitution checks as well, as it is a 20-foot radius.
Are we able to get out of the area before it affects us?
No, it goes off. It's a spell.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was taking time to move or if it just hits us instantly.
What is the
Con?
Con save, unless you're immune to poison.
No.
Okay.
17.
18?
Okay, you make it, and...
So, 9.
And you're vomiting. However, you're not vomiting very loudly.
Yeah.
Since you're in a cone
In
of
silence.
Yes.
A sphere of silence. It's very silent down here.
Holding in some regret that I didn't use the invisibility on her, as it would have been wonderfully poetic for just vomit to come out of invisibility.
Okay, so you are hit with it, and you're going to sit there and throw up for an entire turn.
Okay.
So you're just a turn behind everyone.
Now looking at the floor, is that trap gone?
It appears to have faded, yes.
Hey.
Let's see if I can hear anything from upstairs.
Yeah.
I'll use the same perception roll I had earlier.
You cannot.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and need you to roll that again.
Well, no. The point is, I rolled terribly. I can't hear anything. We're in silence.
I do motion at you to and point in, and I hop in so I can get further into the room to do more detect magicking.
Okay, so
as
she's
you-
stuck vomiting.
Yeah, as you motion, Mother June is just tossing cookies.
Well, I
Too graphic.
motioned.
I go up because I'm wanting to get my feet away from that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys hop in.
You
Go
don't need to be
in,
careful. It's all silent in here.
yeah. Go
well,
till I can
it's
hear
silent
things.
20 feet in.
Yeah. Go till I can hear things. Stop. Look around.
Okay. Are you... Okay, so you're investigating.
Yeah, detecting magic through the walls.
Okay. There seems to be some magical auras through some of the walls.
Just a heads up if any of them are like evocate. How many are not utility?
There is one
Mm.
that appears to be another abjuration. Looks pretty similar to something you've seen already, and it's on the second floor.
I was gonna say, Stinking Cloud's conjuration.
Yes.
You said abjuration.
Yes.
Oh, evidently.
Stinking clouds don't just hang out in this dude's house.
No, there was a trigger spell
Yeah,
that's there.
there's a spell that is a glyph of warding.
I'll go ahead and leave the sounds there, sneaking behind Flyboy and whisper that
Jeez,
there's
that's
another
expensive. This dude's insane.
cloud. What? You just wasting
No,
two
the whole
glyphs?
reason you don't use glyphs of warding, they're expensive. 200 gold a piece.
Well, he was protecting his house from assassins.
I mean, assuming, it's got instilled, dispelled, or triggered, but still, that's steep.
Yeah, the fact that it resisted my dispel means he spent money well spent. It needed to be high level.
It's third.
Yeah.
It can be cast at higher levels.
Of course
Oh,
it can.
okay.
Which means he probably spent more than that.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a lot of money to be dropping on a freaking house thing.
It also means you probably didn't need to roll all that much higher.
No, you were very close.
Also, no, it's like bearding a wizard. You spend the money on the place you live, and you just sit there and layer with these things.
All right, so upstairs you go.
Why
And
would
once again-
the Stinking Cloud's going to linger?
Yeah, downstairs.
But the upstairs has another one.
Well, yeah, I'm walking back to whisper that to you before you get up there. So try not to trigger it this time.
Well, then we can't go over it.
Yes, which means that as you're going up there, since he has warned you about it, you get an investigation check.
Well, I just won't go up there.
Okay.
Isn't that presumably where he is?
So you're
As in-
searching
The
downstairs.
point is,
Where are you-
we're kind of like, if we just wait for the Stinking Cloud to please, I could cast the Science Circle again on like a table or something and cover up the entire second floor.
Yeah, well, we can wait while you recast.
Is there a spot inside that we can go out of one corner away from the cloud?
We don't have
Yeah.
to. I'll beat the DC. We can ignore it.
Mother June's over there vomiting.
Okay, so it's not every turn that you're in it.
It is every turn that you're in it.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no. Huddle in a corner to...
Yeah, it's a 20-foot sphere, and it will linger for a while.
Yeah, lingers for a bit.
Do I get to make a second save against it?
If you continue to stay in the cloud, yes.
we just wander further in,
Okay.
not in the cloud in the house. And then we'll ritual again in his house to silence the
It's
upper.
because you spend your action, you still get your movement.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
spend your action.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So,
So you can technically move in with us and just spew out on the floor into the corner with us.
Yes, as you move away from it. Like, it's a relatively large footprint, and it's only a 20-foot radius on the actual Stinking Cloud, so yes, you can get out of its way.
So just sit down and don't make any noise.
Yeah, just
Just wait for
so if I can find a place where I can get away from the cloud on the inside, then I'll move over to that location.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can. As you walk in, it appears to be like an office space, kind of, with a desk, and behind the desk is where the actual glyph was placed. And there's not much in the room. It's relatively Spartan. There's like a couple lamps. There's not really any books. There's a little bit of paper, and it smells faintly of Stinking Cloud, and like pipe tobacco.
the fact that the pipe tobacco comes through that.
Well, once
well,
you
it
move
would.
away from it,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It would. You ever smell pipes?
that's fun.
With my bonus action, I'll give you an inspiration dice, Richter.
Might as well have it.
You just inspire him with vomiting.
Yes.
It's like,
I assume that's like the next round.
No, I can do it on the same turn. It
Bonus
took my,
action.
Yeah, it took my action, not my bonus action.
My goodness.
I just don't like being inspired by that.
My goodness, the way it spews, such elegance.
It looks like a blood splatter that you saw once.
So
It calms you.
we're in a room with the door. Like this, the bottom floor is an open plan. Is not open plan.
Yes, there's a door.
Okay. I look it over. Is it magical?
Does not appear to be magical.
Point at you and point at the doorknob.
Is the stinking cloud gone?
No.
Then I'm waiting for the
Are
stinking
you-
cloud to go away.
Okay.
Are you currently concentrating on anything?
Detect magic.
Ritual detect magic while we wait for this cloud to go away.
Okay. So about 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 3 minutes later, the cloud has dispersed.
So your detect magic would have been gone. So you already have a few minutes into recasting that.
Yeah. So you have 7 more minutes.
And we're otherwise listening for anything maybe moving around after.
Okay. Perception check.
Mm.
You're doing a
You're
ritual. You
busy.
don't get one.
Oh, okay. you are super absorbed in that. Gotcha. That would explain the 2.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still 10, but
23.
23. Okay.
21.
21.
Vic.
Vic's over there reading.
5.
5. Okay.
I was navigating my sheet. The point, I'm casting a ritual too.
So, Vic, you don't hear anything. You also don't hear anything, and neither do you two. Everything seems fine.
Is there like any? Is there a table in this room?
There's a
table
desk.
Desk.
Also, I don't think you can cast silence on an object. It's always an area.
Well,
It
yeah.
centers on it.
That's my point. I just need to be on top of something, so I can get the ceiling a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That was the only goal. If not, we'll just have to suffer with it being on the floor.
Yeah. Well, couldn't you just target the corner of the ceiling?
It's only like.
I guess you could.
It's about.
Yeah.
They're about 7 foot.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
ceilings.
It's not
It's
gravity
not-
doesn't
yeah.
affect it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
point of your spell
Obviously.
falls.
Obviously.
It's about 7 foot ceiling, so it's not a super tall room.
Well, whatever. Yeah, I cast silence. We're just gonna put it up in the closer
Upper.
to the center of the corner,
Okay.
so we can get us a nice big
So it has
coverage.
part. It has part of the. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Part
a
of
sphere.
the upper floor, part of the bottom floor. Yeah.
Just a nice sphere for us to
And
puddle
as you
around.
cast it up there, all of a sudden the night noises appear in the area that you guys are hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Check
So
the
you have
door.
detect magic going.
Yeah.
Yeah. The door does not have any magic on
Then try the handle. See if
it.
it's unlocked.
It is unlocked.
All right, cool. I send Tony outside and tell him to come in and jab at somebody if something goes on.
Okay, so he's just like on the opposite roof where Stone. Just
Yeah.
outside, just
It's
flapping
mostly because
tiredly.
it's because we've told Molly to send up a signal if something's going on,
Uh-huh.
but we're inside a zone of silence, and would therefore be unable to hear any such distractions.
So if she does the owl hoot, at least Tony could psychically message you?
Yes,
It's I thought Tony was a bat.
Tony is a bat.
Yeah.
Bats can hear owls.
Or
Yeah.
by...
Oh, I thought that you're saying Tony was gonna hoot.
Oh.
No.
Man, Tony's so skilled.
I'm like, that's a bat.
He's
Yeah,
so
you could
skilled.
try, but it's not gonna sound like an owl.
Well, that's
No,
the
it's
point.
gonna sound like a bat
he
losing
can,
it.
He's out there being a cyclic relay for Molly.
Yes, so that way we can have something outside because we're going to be in a zone of silence.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then we'll go in. Is this door locked?
It is not.
So open
Then
the
we
door.
open the door.
Okay, as you open the door, it opens up into kind of a more open area. So you see a kitchen and preparation area with some utility magic glowing over there, and then what seems to be is like dining room, entertaining area where there's like a central fireplace up against. It's not central. It's, up against the one wall in the front, kind of catty cornered, and then some places to sit and a table.
Also, this was a office. If we had somebody who was good at investigation.
There were no books. There was just some scattered papers, you said?
We
On
can.
his
I think
desk.
we can investigate once we have the place
Secured.
secured.
And by secured, we mean this guy dead.
Yes.
And
Once
then
objective one is
there's
complete.
a flight of stairs leading up, and some.
Another.
There's
ward.
another doorway off behind.
So I point to the spot in front of the desk, then I point up, to where the other glyph of warding is, and hold nose. Yeah.
Alright. While we're here, I'll go ahead and throw inspiration dice on you two as well.
As I have so many of these, and they just last for 10 minutes.
What are they for?
You can spend a D4 when you roll a D20.
Ability checks, saving throw, attack roll.
D21. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's an additional
so-
D8.
When he points to the glyph of warning up top, is that it? Then would that be within the zone of silence?
Some of it would, some of it would not.
All right, good enough. Yeah, we go upstairs. So if there's one up there, that's probably where the dude's sleeping.
Mm-hmm. So this
I
time,
love the idea of it being in the room where he is,
yeah.
so we could just vomit him.
So this
That'll
time,
wake you up.
if it triggers, we should just rush through it to find him in case it would wake him up.
Makes sense.
I nod invisibly.
Well, seeing how you guys didn't say any of that.
No, we find a corner where we're not in the zone as we're going
So you
towards
go
the
back
stairs.
into the office.
Well, the center's still in the office. It's just up in the corner. So
Okay,
I
so
figure
you're-
somewhere else in the
Okay, so
place
you're
floor.
moving off into the corner of an area.
Yeah, and saying if it.
Just huddling over here. All right, now here's the plan. Okay,
It's like we don't actually have to hold our breath.
you gotta hold your breath in the zone of silence, otherwise it doesn't work.
That is true. We can hold our breath and get through it.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Know that it necessarily triggers the same thing.
And it's like, and I can talk with illusions that don't give off sound
Mm-hmm. And by talk, I just mean floating words.
or actions.
Yeah. So,
We go upstairs looking for a sleeping room.
For a room of sleeping.
and hoping that
Weird
the
people
same,
not having those in the entryway of their home.
Yeah. Also hoping
How strange.
the glyph doesn't trigger not stinking cloud.
Could
Okay.
explode.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's even better if it's in his room.
who goes
That being
first?
said, a little spread out between us.
Me, I go first, I guess,
Well, flying.
because I can fly.
Mm-hmm. We'll be stood back up on the top of the steps and point to where the line is in this. Can I actually see where the line of effect is this time?
Roll an investigation check.
Natural 20?
Yes, you can see exactly where it is.
Yeah. So I point that line. So stand back a couple feet from it.
Is it possible to skirt around it, or is it blocking off?
It's possible to skirt around it.
All right.
Yeah, in that case, I'll lead us around the glyph, pointing at the line the entire time as
Okay.
we find this guy's bedroom.
What's the floor?
The floor is stone.
Stone? I chalk it. I pull out some chalk because I carry lots of little goodies,
Yeah.
and I just chalk it.
I do have chalk.
Yeah, of course.
I got it to mark out my room where I wanted it in the.
So as you're going up the stairs, you notice that there's one door right next to the glyph of warding, and there's two more along the wall.
So we could not get to the first door.
Yeah, there's one door that's like directly in front of the glyph of warding.
So you couldn't skirt to that door. The glyph would block you.
Yes.
So check the other doors first, and then go on that door. It's probably that door, but
Well, just ash splash through the wall.
yeah.
Is the wall stone?
Yes.
It might take a while.
Also, this dick has a solid stone house. So
You know
we
what that
can-
means? Our footsteps aren't creaking.
Yeah, no, your footsteps are relatively silent.
They are absolutely silent.
Yeah.
Well,
now, yeah.
Well, yeah. me. I can't silence. Everything's silent.
Mhm.
Yeah, for the record, I happen to be the DM during this dickish behavior, and I'm fine with it.
It's
But
all
yeah, it's
silent.
funny.
Then yeah,
So
we'll
we-
check the other rooms.
Are
So we
the-
find 3 doors in total, and one is blocked by the glyph, but the other 2 are not.
Yes.
are the walls to that room are also stone?
Yes.
Are they more than a foot thick?
They would not be.
Okay, so I do scan inside all these rooms for other magics.
Yeah, you can see relatively easily inside of all these rooms. The one behind the glyph seems to have the most magic.
Yeah.
That is also
Yeah.
how you'd know it was less than a foot of stone.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't necessarily mean that therefore is the room that he's in. That could be the room he stores his stuff.
Yeah, could be anything.
Yeah, that could be his armory or where he sleeps.
So
I'm saying a guy like this probably sleeps with his stuff.
check the other rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Go up First door or second door?
First door.
Okay. Doesn't seem to open.
Pull out the lockpicks.
Does it go? Shh.
No. I assume that you do so silently, in which case it doesn't make noise.
Yes.
Seeing how it's in
don't
a
even
cone of
have to.
silence.
I don't even have to. I can be as loud as I want. It doesn't matter. Magical box. Or magical whatever.
Sphere.
Magical spheres.
Actually, as you touch this handle, no, it's further in. You're right. It would make noise. Yeah.
So yeah, this one technically not in this
Yeah.
room.
No. This one is technically. It's
I get 15.
Okay. And you open it up.
Hey, that was good enough.
It's not arcane locked.
I was going to ruin my reputation as being a lockpicker.
Also, he said the inspiration's a D8, not a D4. He's higher
Well,
level.
whatever. That would get me slightly. That would still get me a 1.
Yeah.
D8 rolls once too.
D8 still have the 1.
They might as well have one number on them.
And 15 was enough.
Yeah. So
All right.
open the door.
Cool. I go to the second door.
I will
I look
peek
in the-
it
yeah.
first.
Okay. Who's looking? Are both of you looking?
No, he's looking. He's invisible.
Okay. Then yeah, you get an investigation check. Because hilariously making Nick do an Oh no, you're just looking. You're not actually searching through. Or are you observing from the doorway? Or are you going through and searching it?
It depends on what I see by default
Okay,
through the
then,
doorway. Like,
yeah,
what?
that's-
First off, what is the room in general?
It appears to be some nature of storage.
Okay, then at this point we'll wait because we want to find him first. So we will investigate, but later.
Okay.
Second door?
Yep.
Locked?
Yep.
Finding him is goal 1. Then we'll. This is just a
24.
two-story house, right?
Oh yeah. Open up. What?
Two-story house.
Yes.
Okay.
So you open up.
Yeah.
Okay. It silently opens.
Neato. What's in that room?
As you look into that room, just peer around, and it appears to be freaking empty.
Just an empty room?
Yeah, it's just an empty room.
He locked an empty room.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Probably a secret passage.
Doing the math in my head, do I feel the room that's blocked by the glyph is totally within the silence?
It is not totally within the silence because half the glyph isn't within the silence.
Okay, then when you come back out, I point
Yeah.
and point at the door. Cast it there.
We'll just recast this. Everyone sit down and don't make any noise.
Huh?
I can just do it.
Oh.
Okay.
We'll save your spell slots.
If we think-
Yeah, right now
So-
we have time.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Anybody want to refresh their detect magic?
Yeah.
Because it takes 10 minutes, so might as well.
Yeah, your detect magic would be gone by the time.
So this is a little shy of 10 minutes to get there, and 2 more rituals, so we're a half hour in at this point?
Yes, you're a half
okay,
hour.
so I still have half of my invisibility left.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we're doing this, then before since we're going to be sit down to do rituals and stuff, I basically point to him and I give you a direction to where to cast your silence because I'm going to go ahead and do the ritual as well. So we'll be
Oh,
able
to
to
cast 2 silence.
yeah. So we'll be able.
Okay, so you're covering the. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, like, I can ritual as I, the wizard, am like, if I cast spells, I mess up my spell.
You guys do have
Well, do
10 minutes
remember-
if you want to look into those rooms or anything of that nature.
Do you remember
It's
we're
not
also-
enough time for a
we're
proper
gonna be in a room
investigation,
with-
but if you want to go and do a
in a
perception
realm of
check on them, you
silence?
can.
So you can't cast spells with verbal components.
So we're all on the
Not
side
unless
of
you move
yeah,
somewhere
we're,
else.
we're all on the side of the silence, casting rituals and then pointing places.
Alright.
So, while casting it, is the silence currently covering that room that I would be investigating?
It would be.
Okay, then yeah, I might as well look through while... And you didn't see any magic in there?
No,
Okay.
other than what was the alarm on the window.
Okay, well, then I don't mess with that. But yeah, I will investigate. So, since limited time, do I just disadvantage, or you just
You
raise the
can
DC?
disadvantage for limited time, or you can do a perception check regular. Disadvantage investigation, I'm sorry. Or regular, check, regular perception.
I would rather disadvantage investigation.
And this is the storage unit?
That side room upstairs that's right next to where they all are. Probably not going to get worse than that, but 10.
Okay. As you look in there and look through it, it seems to be like wooden boxes and racks. There's a bottle of half-drunk wine you found. There seems to be a little packet of something that seems familiar to you because you had one previously, but it's like mostly empty. It's just kind of residue powder in there. But yeah, it doesn't really seem to
The
be...
wooden crates don't seem to, like, are they full, empty?
They seem
Nailed
relatively full, but they are nailed shut. You could open them if you'd like.
Might as well while I'm in silent.
Okay. Strength check unless you have a crowbar? If you have a crowbar, I'm going to just go ahead and
Who
let you have
doesn't
it.
carry a crowbar?
Well, let me see. I do
Yeah,
not
if
know.
you have a crowbar, I'm like, it's not really a strength check, it's a crowbar. That's literally its intended
That's what it
purpose.
does, yeah.
And this is not something super secure. This is like a vault in a wall.
Carpentry tools have a crowbar?
No, they don't.
Okay. They just have ball peen hammers.
They have hammers because they're carpentry trolls. They wouldn't have ball peen hammers because that's not a carpentry tool.
Nope, it's a strength check. 1.
You get a splinter.
Not a natural one. I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you get a splinter. It doesn't deal you damage,
Okay.
but it really smarts. And like you're trying to get it out, and you can't quite get it out
Because I can't see where it is.
Yeah, yeah, it's super annoying.
You don't have any actual melee weapons, do you?
I'm sure I do. I have a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
As you just try to beat a box to death with another wooden thing in the
No,
silence?
I am literally hands under edge of box trying to pry it open. No, I'm not using my quarterstaff to try and...
Yeah, that's a quarterstaffs are notoriously bad at prying boxes open.
No, I just wanted him to beat the box open like a pinata.
Okay, so 10 minutes pass, and you have your coordinated silences where it is like the vast majority of the upper floor.
Very good.
Side of the wall, side of the floor.
Seeing that,
point
I
at the wall.
first I'll take out like a copper and just, like flick it into the warding glyph.
Don't I have a dagger too? I have a magic dagger.
Yes, you do. You have a flame tongue dagger
Yeah.
specifically.
That is an incredibly powerful dagger
Yeah.
with its great sword in convenient stabby form.
Yeah, that's what you get when you help out the esteemed Aircraft Rada.
Which is probably pretty useful since if we attack, I mean, obviously being in silence, I don't have any options.
Wait, the door's locked, right? I mean, I imagine.
You haven't tried.
Yeah, that's because we have to trigger the
Yeah,
door by going over it.
when you throw the copper in there,
Mm-hmm.
so first of all, it's very strange seeing something hit and land with no noise, but it doesn't seem to activate anything.
Can I make
Stay in the other side room while they activate the thing.
Can I make an arcane check to see if I can think of a way to trigger this trap, the ward, without stepping in it?
You can try.
14.
No. There's
I can.
Yeah, there's different ways to do things, but
Badger!
You couldn't think of it.
That's true. I got does
as the
14?
badger's just on your shoulder going, please don't send me there.
No,
I'm sorry,
Badger is in A space. Since Badger's not invisible and I am, Badger would give me away if Badger's just floating.
That's fair. Badger is displeased. He is like Pikachu, does not like to be put in his ball.
So, unless you do anything...
I'm in the other room waiting for you to set it off.
Yeah, so... he just slams his hand in it.
Okay, as you reach up, as you reach your hand in there and touch it, nothing seems to happen. Yep, nothing happens.
I'm looking at the floor. Is it still arcane warded?
It still has abjuration magic. You never actually rolled high enough to know what it is, but it is similar to whatever was downstairs. However, it doesn't seem to be set off by touching it.
To be fair, we don't know that it wasn't set up by the touching before.
Yeah,
It flew over.
yeah,
He flew into it.
yeah. So it doesn't seem to have been set off.
Yeah.
Well, then I point at the lock.
Yeah. So is the door locked?
Yes.
Pick that lock.
Peek into other room.
Yeah.
I'm trying
You
to
want a
decide-
perception check on it?
Well, no, like I'm watching him for.
Oh,
what's-
you're peeking out of the room, not
Yeah,
into it.
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna go in the room with Richter.
11.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say you hear the sound of failure, but you in fact do not.
Yeah.
It does not succeed, though. One of your lockpicks breaks. Good old Lucky.
Served me well. Try again?
Okay. Try again, higher DC. Yep.
15.
15 doesn't make it because it's the higher DC from trying, and another lockpick breaks, and
I'm paying for that stealth roll I made.
and you get the feeling with another failure, you're going to seize the lock.
17.
You
Plus
rolled
your
a-
bonus.
Yeah, you rolled a 17.
Plus 8.
Don't make me math
25.
it. That's fucking rude.
25, yeah.
Yeah, as you just feel the winds of fate come over you, and you realize that moment from when you woke up. It wasn't a forgotten dream. It was right now.
Yeah,
Of course.
And
I'm
as
gonna
you
roll a
push,
5.
as you push out your,
I know. You're
Paying-
you.
Paying for that. I'm taking that stealth roll.
as you push out from your internal well of whatever that is, you feel it sucked away by something else, something greedy and small and.
I am not small.
No,
It's
you're,
like a,
you're
a
rolling.
greedy, like small, not in the size. It was like a mammoth thing, but like a small, petty moment where they seemed to reach in and snatch that intention away from you, even as you were trying to.
Are you saying that I stole that from you?
What? No.
No, I'm
No,
thinking
I'm-
he's personifying his ability to roll as a large,
No,
angry.
none of that's happening. If you stop freaking interrupting me, I could get through this cutscene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or can you?
I thought you were done.
No, you guys kept interrupting. You are part of you guys now. You're, as a collective, awful.
Give me back my spot! I'm taking over the game!
So, as something like humongous in pressure and energy, but like a small petty thing, snatches that thing from you that you're going to give him, you hear your handler, the mighty Steve, in the back of your mind say, like this, as your hands adjust seemingly on their own and open the lock.
I'll take it.
And then it clicks and unlocks.
Just silent. Thanks, boss.
Totally your boss. Totally not the Atom.
Hey, I know who cashes my checks.
And as
Not pays, cashes.
Yeah.
and as the door opens, what's your AC?
Not super high, 16.
You get hit with a crossbow bolt.
Quietly.
Quietly.
A silent crossbow.
The most silent of bolts, bolty boys. And you take 6 damage.
I fall over and stop moving.
Do you want a perform check on your turn?
Oh, is that what it takes?
I mean, it takes an action to do that, but yes, you can act like that you're dead. But first, we're going to have to roll initiative. Now,
Initiative?
yes, initiative.
Okay. Richter, this is where you roll a d20 and you add nothing.
Concentrate and save made.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty. I totally forgot about it.
I rolled a 10,
All right.
which is good enough.
Oh, wait.
Do handguns have anything special to their initiative?
No. You get lead.
Okay, 6.
Add 5 damage to that. I forgot about the sneak attack. Okay, so 6.
Yeah.
6.
It's
6.
11.
12.
12.
Yeah, still make the concentration.
Okay. Yeah, it would be.
Unless it's 21.
Yeah, it has to be at least. It has to be at least 22 for it to go up.
You
Six.
add your
6.
proficiency bonus
Wait,
to
all three of-
initiative rolls.
Oh, so they do get something.
Yes.
What? Oh, Harrington's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 9.
9. Okay. So the highest of you rolled a 12.
That's right.
I got 6. I rolled a 1.
He got a 13. So he gets to go again. And he goes off and tries to hide. What's your passive perception?
Probably like 12. 12.
Okay. That means he gets another... okay, so...
Is alarm abjuration?
Yeah.
Yes it is.
Is it possible that that spot that he put his hand in was an alarm?
Yeah, and it can be mental with no noise.
Because if it's your bedroom door, you alarm that so you wake up.
What, you say when you wake up and you hear absolutely nothing, you don't immediately go back to sleep?
So what was that?
21 more damage from his second sneak attack. And you see him standing behind the bed with like a crossbow out as he like he popped up. He was like posted up.
The magic item cards. He'll get it.
As he was posted up, then he ducks down, and then you get shot from under the bed. So you're aware that he is on the other side of the bed. And then it was Ryan's turn. I need to write this. I am so bad. I swear to God, I'm the worst. Hold on 1 second. Bad. We're going to go with bad as him. And then we go... Ryan, you got 12?
Yes.
What race is this guy?
He is Elven.
How's he
Wait,
have...
no.
He can't have advantage. Because we're in darkness. So he'll be at disadvantage for fighting in darkness.
Same like the rest of us.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
except
the
for-
point.
Except for me, I don't have dark vision.
No, he wasn't.
He would need advantage or
Hold
an
on.
enemy within 5 feet.
I think he's actually human. He's human.
Which would, like I said, we're all rolling at disadvantage. Because remember, dark vision doesn't give you pure vision. You're still fighting in dim light, which is still disadvantage.
Okay.
Unless the room has dim light.
Yeah, you could have a candle in there, but we're pretty sure he
But
snuck
there's
it.
not one out here in the hallway where he's shooting me and dealing me piles of sneak attack damage.
Okay, Ryan, then you got... What was yours? You both got... No, you got 6. Then you got...
10.
We had 6.
Yeah.
And 6.
I had 12.
Yeah,
We had 6.
Okay, so you got 10?
9.
9.
Okay.
June had 12.
Nick,
Him
and
had
then,
13.
Oh, Vic and...
I wrote it down.
Yes, you did. Good for you. Okay, so that's the bad surprise round and his first turn. It is now Ryan's turn. And yes, there is light in the room that does spill out into the hallway where you're standing.
Yes, but is it? But is he human?
He is human.
Is it bright light or is it dim light?
It's dim.
It's dim light. Then he has disadvantage shooting at me.
He does not.
That's literally what that applies.
It's almost like things exist in this world, Vic.
He could have his own form of dark vision or something.
I mean, yes, you could have
It's a spell.
homebrew. I get to sneak attack when I want to.
Or the fact that he's fully dressed and in his gear
Yeah, you
might mean something.
Yeah, you might have
Yeah,
some.
there's lots of magic in the room.
Mhm.
We just get loot.
I just told you that there was a bunch of different kinds of magic in the room.
Anyway,
And theoretically, none of it was moving, though.
DMX Machina.
push.
I said that when you guys were going up the stairs.
Us, it's fine as long as we get the loot afterwards.
Yeah, but we won't. It'll all disappear. It'll be unusable.
You're too used to me.
I've given you guys a very rare item already. I clearly don't care. I've given away lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a high magic world. Lots of people have magical stuff.
Anyway, for my bonus action, or because I can do whatever spring attack.
You're currently in back away from the door, so you don't actually even see him yet. You see him in the hallway got shot with 2 arrows because you're in the room with Dr. Richter.
Okay. So I move to the doorway of the room that me and Richter are in. So
Okay.
to the hallway door.
Okay, you do not have a straight shot into the room. You can see that the door is open and that he has bolts in it.
Okay.
So you'd have to move down the hallway to get a look into the room. And then there's about 10 feet from one edge of the hallway to the entrance of the door, of which Vic is in one spot.
Okay. But I can see the 3 of them,
I
right?
still
Yes,
made that
you can see the
concentration
3 of them.
on
Okay.
the 20 damage.
So
Yeah, because it's still 10.
So, when I move there, I use my bonus action to do a Mantle of Inspiration, so everybody gets 5 temporary HP, and you can use your reaction right now in order to move your full move speed.
Yes.
I will move up to the door.
Okay, so you're moving up to right behind
Actually, that's
Boy Mary, or are you in the same space as Boy Mary? Because you're both small,
Yeah.
so you could definitely get away with it without being much of a problem, but anyone else trying to move through that space would have some issues.
No. Full movement, so I into the room as close as I can to the guy.
Okay, so you go... So you have 30 feet. Or
Yes.
40, I forget.
30.
20. Okay, so 40 feet. So you move up, over, right past Mary because you don't have a problem, and you are standing about 5 feet in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, in the room, now that you're fully in the room, there seems to be a wardrobe on one side, a dresser, an armor holder, which is empty, and a bed that with nightstands on either side. It's about bigger than a twin, but not a full size bed.
Okay.
With a chest of drawer, a chest, like a steamer trunk, at the end of the bed, too.
And is that away from the wall? How is he hiding behind it?
The bed is against the wall, and he is crouched down.
Okay. But I can see him?
You can see him, yes.
Okay.
He just shot. He did not have a chance to hide because he hid as his bonus before he fired.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a note by chance if you search attuned that... Well, I think I also get to move, so I'm making a decision based on this.
Oh, yeah, I was just, real quick, your aid doesn't require verbal, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's a collectability.
Do you
Okay,
have,
excellent. Great.
do you have a note if I ever actually attuned to the flame tongue dagger? Because I just looked at the card and it it requires attunement.
To my knowledge, you did.
Okay.
I was working under the assumptions that you did because
Okay.
it was your weapon.
I have no note that you did that.
Okay.
And
But
you
it
gave
wouldn't-
pretty much everything else away, and you said you were keeping the dagger.
Because obviously I don't have more things to attune to, so it's like...
you said that you were keeping the dagger, so I assumed you attuned
Okay.
to it since you have nothing.
And I've
else.
had weeks
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then I move into the room.
Okay.
I'm obviously a better melee fighter right now in the silence, so...
Excellent. So you move up, and you're. Are you closer to the nightstand side or closer to the rest of the room side? Because you have to step to one side or the other.
Where...
He's standing straight in the middle, and there's a 5-foot space to one side of him and a 5-foot space to the other. So you guys will basically nightstand side. Okay.
I was going to say, how
Well,
would I have not...
I would
gone
like to
further?
kind of go around if I can.
Because you were further back. You
No.
were further back than him.
No, I was further back.
Yeah, they were hiding in the room, and I was out there playing with the glyph.
Yeah, he was in the
Oh,
hallway.
okay. Then no, you could have moved all the way around to the front foot of the bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that was-
misunderstood where you were. I thought you were back by like the empty room.
No.
Mm.
Okay.
I was messing with the glyph, and
Okay.
then he went forward to unlock the door. Yeah.
Wake up, wake up! I like to imagine every time they go into it, it pinged us. Yeah, so...
Because it did take a couple
Wanting
minutes
to
for
get
him
around to
going
like
in
a
there
side
and
of him,
unlocking.
whatever would work best.
Okay,
for
so
that.
yeah, you can now choose like. Well, you can't go around the bed. The bed is up against the wall with two nightstands.
Yeah, so in other words, whichever side would be best for getting towards where he is.
Okay. Well, you can go over the bed or on the bed.
I'm
As
taking...
far as nightstand side or other side, which would be...
Other side would be allowed to walk around it, or you can go over the bed, because the bed's a 5-foot space.
So, is the room like this? Like the bed's here and he's back here, and the bed's in front?
Are you guys
The
ready to
bed is like when you are at the door. There's a bed in front of you against a wall. It's 10 feet into the room. Takes up 5 space, and it's up against the wall.
Okay, and where is he?
He's on the other side of the bed.
Okay, so I'm moving towards going around the bed.
Are you both
Okay.
trying to get into melee?
Yes.
Eventually, yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying that you can go on the bed and get into melee.
But right now, I'm not able to move that far. So as far as
Okay.
just you said, do I go left or right of the door? Whichever one is towards that movement is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I was just saying that you
Okay.
could also go over, so you could just stand right where you were.
Okay, well, I feel like going over would be more of a difficult terrain.
Yes, you're standing on a bed.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I mean,
no
I'm not sure.
monkeys jumping
I'm sure.
on the bed.
I'm sure. You know, it's probably one of those, you know, old-fashioned beds that's like solid and rigid and terrible. But
Do you move?
oh, reaction?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get a reaction
You
move.
get a reaction to move.
I move out of the line of fire.
Okay. So you move back. You
Just,
have,
yeah,
you have up to your full
I
movement.
use the door frame as cover.
Okay, so you full covered.
You could probably also go into the room, like, duck beneath it. Like, you could go forward and get cover if you wanted.
But theoretically, he could just shoot under there.
I
versus
want
being
total cover.
Yeah.
Okay,
These
so you're
big,
going
fat
up.
stone walls.
Okay, so you're up against the wall, total cover.
Dick, I'll show you a crossbow.
Okay, so that was Ryan's bonus, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my bonus action.
It took quite some
'Cause I
time.
won't get
What do
down.
you do with your action and movement?
Okay, so he's out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that. So I will. Can I see him from his bedroom doorway?
Yes, if you get a straight line, yes, you can.
Okay. Then I will use my movement. So how much of my movement will I have used?
15 feet to get into a shot, and then it's another 15 feet to be in the room, which, it's
I
clear.
think she wants to do what I do, and that is use the door frame as cover.
Yeah.
Peek in, peek back out.
Yeah, if I can.
Well, the door is kind of up against the wall, so you'd have to be, you're further out, so you'd have to take a full another step to be completely concealed from the room.
Okay.
But if you're not concerned about, like, a sliver of the doorway, then that's fine.
Okay.
Like, you'd have full cover from him with a 5-foot step, you'd have full cover from everything in the room with a 10, is what I'm saying.
I see.
So you got movement.
Well, I got 30 feet, so if it only takes me 15 to get a shot, then
Yeah.
I still have.
Yeah, you have 15 to get
15.
a shot, and then you can do another however much to duck back.
Alrighty.
You can indeed shoulder peek him.
Alrighty. Then I will do that, and I'll go ahead and take a shot with my crossbow.
Yeah, crossbows. Yeah.
Roll. You are at disadvantage because you're in dim light.
Oh, yeah. So that gives me a 12.
Okay. Miss.
And then, back line the corner.
Okay, then you move back. Okay, after Ryan is Nick.
Am I in dim light?
You're also in dim light.
Okay, so he...
We're all in dim.
Yes, but he has something to
He has
fire.
magic powers.
Yes, which is fine. So, bonus action, Black Bear.
Okay.
Hey, it's only a medium beast, so...
You have a black bear stats, yes?
Yes.
Well, it's bigger for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I
as you're
didn't know-
looking, you just see this bunny go, and like Looney Tunes style, turn into a large black bear or a medium-sized black bear.
Mm-hmm. Then I continue movement forward
Okay.
and get in melee with him.
Okay, so you move around the bed and get into melee. All right.
DMG.
Don't put your hand there.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, if you touch something and it breaks, it's somehow my fault. I guarantee it.
So I'll take my multi-attack, get disadvantage.
Okay.
You want to grapple him?
You're within 5 feet. It wouldn't be disadvantage.
It shouldn't be, yeah.
Yeah, it's dim
Oh.
light. You're doing a melee attack, so you're within 5 feet. It's not disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's because they're ranged attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So natural 20 on the
Mm.
bite. So 2d6s plus 2.
Command word.
Yeah, that won't work right now.
I know.
Silent.
So 5 plus 2. 7 damage.
Is that doubled? You
Roll
doubled
twice.
it. Okay, so 7 damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's plus 3, so 13 to hit.
13 does not hit him.
Okay. Oh, and my proficiency, so 16.
Okay. Yes, 16 would hit.
Wait, is that a d4? 2d4.
Your favorite dice that you, for some reason, are incapable of picking up.
Shut up.
I swear to God, we should just cover all of them with moisturizer and make it funnier.
5. So 7 and 5.
Actually,
7.
no. He would be able to sneak attack, yeah. Being light doesn't get disadvantage to attack rolls. Because it is not heavily obscured.
Yeah.
It gives you disadvantage on perception.
Okay. So we don't have disadvantage on our attack rolls?
Apparently not.
Okay.
So all that yelling for nothing. Okay, so that's Nick's turn. Vic, it is your turn. You are up against a wall. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Is that your turn? Because you used
Yes,
your bonus
that's
and your
also-
action, your movement. Okay, yes. Good, go ahead.
Man, light rules are weird.
Yeah. That's why
We've lived in the Underdark for quite some time.
and we ignored them all.
Yeah, it's
no,
just
we
easier.
just put lights everywhere.
It's just easier.
Yeah.
We just, like, we're the least sneaky mothers on the planet.
Well, I try to shoot him with my probably smaller light crossbow.
Okay.
Because he's probably using a big chunky crossbow.
He is indeed
Like
using
an asshole.
a chonkers of a crossbow.
15.
15 does not hit.
We've narrowed it down. His AC is 16.
Well, guess what? Make a strength save. Bonus action.
Just yank him in towards you.
With a little pull.
Okay, he got a... Does a 5 make it?
No.
Okay, yeah, you were pulling him. How far?
I can move him 5 feet.
Okay.
Is there any way he can actually go that's in 5 foot of a direction?
You could make him fall over the bed, or you can slam
Yes.
him into the wall.
Into the bed.
Just
I believe.
And now you're prone.
I don't believe it knocks him prone. One creature within 30 feet, target sees strength save, just moves him, yeah. Does knock him prone.
yeah, just.
Well,
Unless knocking him into the bed knocks him prone via DMV.
I'll give him a. I'm gonna give him a dex save to fall prone. No, he does not fall prone.
he steps up while
just
being
knocks
dragged.
him in there.
Yeah, it wasn't a high DC, but yeah. Okay, so that's that and your bonus. I take it you duck back
Yeah.
around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam,
Make
your
weird
turn.
gestures at him.
Based on, I
With my Gary
have an
Busey
understanding
face?
of the
They're
spell that
fight-
they've been casting time and again.
Yes, silence.
Is there like a spot like if I go towards
No.
the end of the room?
They completely filled the entire upper floor.
No spells.
They very specifically filled the entire upper
Okay,
floor, making
but so
you-
this room it's in is to okay.
It's
yeah.
all silent.
It's all silence.
Oh, trust me, I thought about it because, I mean, you guys are in there, and you two probably got good dex saves, right?
I do.
Rah!
Well, no, I
Just-
don't. I
just
have an
toss
extra
one in there.
D4.
Like, hey, that would let you cast spells after, because then the silence would be gone. Just
I do not have a spell that doesn't have a V on it.
right?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a really common one.
You do have a pointy stick, and he's now on the bed, which puts him. Within,
No, I have a pointy
Yeah, you have a dagger.
shiv, and
He
I have a
is-
non-pointy stick.
He is within, like, you can take a 5-foot step and be within melee range of him, but he's on the bed. He's standing on the bed. He pulled him closer to you, so you can move to the next square forward, and he would be within range.
I'm sorry, I have to help. Does he have the high ground, therefore advantage on us?
He has the high ground. However, a bed is not high enough ground to count.
Okay.
So I'm not counting the, like... It's like the same level as the chair. kind of
Also, it
thing.
wouldn't matter. He's using a ranged weapon.
Yes, and he's also using a ranged weapon,
Oh, okay.
which is about as useful as Tits on the Nun right now. What with everyone in melee in his bedroom.
And frankly, I'm pretty sure at our level, the pointy D4 plus 2D6 is your most damaging option.
I don't get 2d6 though,
You don't? Why not?
because we're in silence.
I can't activate
The flame?
this.
You can't activate
Oh.
it.
Yeah, command word.
Command word. Blah blah blah.
Thus,
Hey,
Okay.
whoa! I mean, there's nothing that says you can't use the command word. You just can't cast verbal spells, and you can't make any noise.
command word as a requirement in
Oh.
a magic item says does not work in an area
The
where
magic has to hear you.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, that's why I asked for that book because I was like, because
Yeah.
silence doesn't call it out, but magic item description does.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't have known, so thank you for your honesty.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
In my mind, you pull a flame tongue from its sheath, it just goes on fire, and then you put it
No,
back.
that's command word. You gotta zip all that. So yes, for people with dark vision, dim light is bright light.
Yeah.
So no problem seeing for me.
I do not have dark.
So he has crossbow.
He has a crossbow. He's wearing. Now that you get a good look at him, he seems to be wearing boots, like a necklace with dots of charms and things on it. A crossbow. He has on him like a skull cap, like tying his hair back.
From my knowledge of a crossbow, they have limited times to like
They can shoot once a turn.
if I provoke attack of opportunity,
He can hit you with it and use it as a club.
yeah.
He can't. Yeah, he can't shoot you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not loaded right now.
So two-handed, versatile quarterstaff.
Okay, you're gonna smack a smacky boy on me.
Yeah, I'm going right for like kind of sweeping at the legs. There's not a
Okay.
trip option. There's a grapple option, not a trip option. So I can't really do anything. But that's
Still, cracking him in the kneecap.
yeah. So hold on, I have to figure out. So this is going to be
Strength.
strength.
plus Proficiency.
Yes, I am proficient, so I get +2. So 20. It's probably going to hit.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, yep, that does hit.
And I get a
D8.
D8
D8 plus strength.
-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the minimum is 1 damage.
Minimum is 1. You
So
don't get to
am I-
0. So, as you swing, you're not strong, but what you are is intelligent and very aware of anatomy. And whilst often guarded against, the boys are a reasonable shot. So you come in acting
It's a little
like
bit of a light tap, but
you came in looking like you're going to crack the knee, and as soon as he lifts it, you give him the old flag salute and tap the boys.
No,
and then move out in the hall into the cover with them.
Hey, that's the worst pain.
Yes, and you're just moving out of the hall.
Mhm.
Okay, then he is going to try and hit you with his crossbow.
I would like to take up and waste that reaction of
Okay.
his.
Well, you're right before his turn, so.
Mm.
So it's
Oh.
a 16.
Oh, him, yeah. My AC is 10.
Okay, then he hits you with his improvised crossbow, which I'm giving him a D4 for his little improvised. So you take 5 damage.
You're out of temp HP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so as you hit him in the boys, he limps over and swings
Were
at you,
you
and you
invisible this whole time?
Until then, yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been an attack of advantage. So roll to see if you crit.
He does.
I did!
Yes. Okay. Roll that D8 again, brother.
Another 4.
All right.
4
So
damage.
5 to the boys.
I mean, that quadrupled the...
Yeah.
And then suddenly he just
So
it's hitting the
I
ball.
don't
It's like
know.
what?
yeah, sack tap out of nowhere is the worst kind.
He's like, I got everything in. And then I just sort of stroll into the hall.
As he leans down, he like takes a swipe at you, and this like it hits you, and you just feel like a mother's hug instead of any damage, and you know that your temp HP is gone. So, it is now back to the big bad's turn. So, right now, what he's facing is a sack-tapping son of a bitch, a bear, and people shooting at him from the hallway.
Yep.
So, what he's going to do is disengage and move forward into the warding glyph. Reach up, grab an amulet, a charm, and snap it. And all of a sudden, he disappears.
A lot of the Ex Machina.
Nope.
It's not Ex Machina if he pre-planned him to have all this magic.
Yes.
Mhm.
I said it before you even reached the room that there was a crap ton of magic back in that corner not moving.
True. Well, at least we are all disguised. Except for me, the rat.
Yeah, except for you, the bear rabbit.
Yeah.
He probably barely saw you.
Yes.
You left him a grisly scene. So, combat has effectively ended as of right now.
First off,
Though you do get a mental note from... no, actually, I need a perception check from your bat. Tony needs a perception check.
Hey, Tony did pretty good. 20.
Your bat sees a man appear about 200 to 300 feet down the road and just take off running.
I tell Tony to follow him.
Okay.
so you do not let us know.
Well, silence.
Well, you can drop that now.
Yeah.
Yep. You're out of turn order. We'll point out that Tony is pretty far back, so you can
Yeah,
try.
he can fly, though.
He can fly, yes.
He doesn't have to make turns. He can just fly.
Okay. Well,
He can make an effort.
Drop silence.
okay, so you drop silence.
Yeah, drop silence.
Drop silence. You guys can speak. You're no longer in combat.
Tony spotted him. He just misty stepped away.
Ah.
Or probably Dimension Door. Probably Dimension Door.
Anyways, I didn't get hit and I never dropped it. So, detect magic. Anything left magical in this room?
Most of it seemed to have left.
Yeah, okay.
There is the standard utility stuff, but most of the magic he seemed to have, he was wearing.
Let's get going.
Yeah.
I go over to the bed.
Yep.
I guess there's pillows.
There is pillows. There's like 2.
Find some hair.
Okay. I'd say an investigation check, but you have all the time in the world. I can't really justify you not finding hair on a pillow. You certainly can.
I bet he was so quick to open it up for.
Or you know, blood.
Are there? There's things in. There's containers
Oh, yeah,
and such
you
in the
found
room.
them, didn't you?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go through an investigation in this.
Hair, blood,
Okay.
everything.
As you're going through and
I'm-
investigating, the only thing that seems to lock is the steamer trunk at the end of this bed. Everything else
Direct
seems to
for
be
him.
unlocked.
I'll worry about that one later. Investigating the rest at 14.
You go through it. You find mainly like winter clothes, as this is relatively warm still. You find like little knickknacks, odds and ends. You find a little bit of like gold and loose change, about 5 gold's worth of, and you find some letters. Nope, no you don't. That's in the trunk. Hope you open the lock, because I totally gave it away. So yeah, you don't seem to find much of anything in the room. In the thing, you see empty spaces where things were, but they seem to be missing.
So locked trunk?
There's a locked trunk.
While they're doing that, I'll go
12.
downstairs and
You do not open the locked trunk.
Leaving the house.
cast guidance on Austin. And get a +2 next
He
time.
gets to roll it.
Well, either way,
How
you have-
dare you give him 50%? You can have the +2. I'm not even going to torture you on that, but you can roll it yourself if you feel like.
Yeah, I'll go downstairs to the office, gather up any papers or stuff.
Okay, as you go looking through the desk, you open 2 of them. Seems to be some alcohol, some like not really nice pens or inks. It seems to be like either pieces of charcoal or little pieces of lead. It doesn't seem to be like he has really nice writing utensils per
Yeah.
se.
Also, do I get the feeling when going through here that he actually lives here?
Seems to be his stuff.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it felt too bare bones with the storage room of winter clothes and the empty other room.
No.
Second attempt with guidance, 13.
It
Roll a
again
3.
does not open, and you get that feeling that once again, if you do not succeed this time with the higher DC, it will.
So, to be
Fair.
clear, so far tonight, I rolled a 19 on a stealth check,
And then nothing
a
else.
single 12 on one of my first lockpicks, and ever since then I have yet to roll above a 6 in the remaining like 5 rolls. There we go. There, it paid me back. 28. The
Okay.
maximum I can roll.
So you nat 28.
Yes.
And then you
And I'm
just
like,
kind of go.
you fucker, you screwed me so bad. And it's like, thanks. Never mind.
and then you're,
No hard feelings.
you're just like, that wasn't even my lucky lockpick. This is my lucky one. And it opens right up. So you open the trunk, and on the top little shelf, like there's a little, like a half tray. You see some notes and some papers, and underneath there seems to be just like it looks, as you look through it, it seems to be like a bedroll and like venturing gear of some kind.
Well, just stuff whatever's there into whatever bags I have access to.
Okay, well, there's a bag in there too that's relatively empty.
Just in there.
Yeah.
Sending to Molly.
Mm-hmm.
I sent her the message that he broke a magical item and seems to have a dimension door somewhere down the road. We've got Tony following him, but try to see if you can pick up this trail.
Okay, just so you're aware, this is like after you've already walked out. Like you went downstairs and all that, so this is going to be even longer after Tony took off and all that. That didn't happen immediately afterwards.
No.
'Cause you didn't say it until afterwards.
Alrighty.
Trunk empty?
Trunk is now empty, seemingly.
Cool.
I will investigate the trunk, Mr. Seemingly.
Everything is going to be seemingly empty.
Otherwise, he's already looked through the wardrobe and stuff.
Yes.
I just start tossing stuff on the bed.
Okay.
So 2 makes that 10.
Seems empty.
Cool. Toss that trunk on the bed too.
Okay.
So I'm guessing the bed and trunk are made of wood.
Yes, you could catch them on fire.
Nice. Good to leave?
Mm-hmm.
Does I just light a flame in the tip of my finger?
Again, you're smart enough to know if he burns this place.
It's a
It's
stone building.
The roof isn't, and fire doesn't stay contained.
Oh, the roof's not stone?
No,
Ah.
it's wood timbers above you.
That's boo.
Acid, 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 acid.
Okay, you melt it. You successfully in a
Destroy other way.
It takes about 20 to 30 minutes, but you
No. I give it a minute.
Okay,
Enough to... It's not destroyed.
it's
damaged.
not destroyed, but it's definitely not usable.
Yeah, it's damaged. It's enough. It's ugly. What it is usable. Yeah, no.
Okay, so you've ruined his winter wardrobe, you bastards.
Yes. Then we leave.
Yeah, head out back to the sewers.
Okay.
Expeditious retreat. And, so 19, no bonus, plus 5 for 24 on my stealth to just get back, get
so
out.
You feel this wind pass you, Ryan, as you were walking out. You're like, I could have sworn I started before dawn. The heck. And this, like, Roadrunner-esque feet just past you.
To be fair, that's not as fast
And
as Doc
you
can
don't
go.
hear a word. You don't hear a sound. Just, he's Speedy Gonzales past you in absolute silence, confusing you.
Yes.
We didn't get far enough in combat for me to use that last good number there. I'm like, we could use it while investigating. I don't think we're going to find anything.
Okay. Ryan, you were walking out. Is there anything you wanted to do before you got to the source?
And just that message to Molly.
Okay. Like, I'm not saying it was long afterwards, but it was definitely like 2 rounds. Like,
That's fine.
10
Some-
to 15
some
seconds
time.
later. Okay. So, you're done?
Yep.
Sewers?
Refresh my disguise, go invisible, and, yeah.
Okay. You're going to the source?
Mhm.
Are you still a bear?
Yeah. Sure, I'll just be...
I'm
Can a bear get-
disadvantaging your sneak.
Can a-
Yes, he's medium
Can a
sized.
bear... Okay.
And they can climb.
Black bear specifically.
Yeah, black bears have
I'm going to try to navigate over to the sewer, just next to the soup kitchen.
Okay.
'Cause
From
I'm
in the sewers or out of the sewers?
from above ground.
Okay.
Just so that while I'm invisible walking over there, I can see if I get a couple extra moments of checking to see if there's any ruckus going on.
Okay.
Also, I don't want to be right next to that house
Yeah.
because I got to go share senses with Tony to see if he's keeping an eye on things.
Which I think you have to be within 100 feet.
For telepathy, I can just share senses whenever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, you can't send orders, but you can
Yeah.
see what he's seeing. So, as you're walking, do you share senses?
No, I don't. That's the point. Is if I'm sharing senses, I can't see myself. I'm looking through his eyes. I don't have any when I'm doing that. So I'm trying to get to the sewers underneath the soup kitchen,
And then,
away from the crime scene. So
You
that I
could
can then
just
share
ride
senses.
the bear, since...
Yeah, but he wants to go to the soup kitchen sewers. That's not where you're going.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So it takes you about 5 minutes or so to get there.
Yeah.
And you go down into those sewers that you are familiar with and look through Tony's eyes, and he is frantically searching. He seems to have lost it.
Yeah. Well. He'll eventually figure that out and come back to the inn.
Hopefully.
The stress he suffers is the price he pays for failure.
So mean. Okay, so you guys are in the sewers. Any detours in the sewers, or are you going right back?
I want to try to check my stuff, try to lead a false trail from here.
Okay, I think this is survival.
Sounds like survival to me.
Yeah.
That sounds like survival.
Yeah. I go ahead and cast guidance on myself just in case I try to...
If you're gonna do that, be enhanced.
So I guess that balances out. I got 2 high rolls and like 6 low ones. It's kind of fair.
29.
Yeah, they ain't falling.
So come on, we're walking this way.
You like
I will be the queen of the sewers.
yes, you are indeed the queen bunny of sewers. Though you can't be a bear when you're. I'd definitely give you disadvantage if you're doing it as a bear.
Why?
Because-
I haven't. Oh,
Because a bear in the sewers.
leaves back. Well, any bear fur that would come off would just disappear.
Yeah, except you're a big bear. You got feet.
Oh, okay.
You could leave a false scat trail
Yeah.
in the sewers.
Doc, you doing anything on the way home?
I'm going as they're telling me.
Okay. So
On probably once back, I'm gonna find a spot. Probably, I don't know. Our warehouse is stone.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna just punch the wall for a little bit before going in.
okay,
Enough to bloody up my fists and be.
you can barely hurt yourself. You're so weak.
Just taking out some frustration because it was not how things were supposed to go.
Okay.
And I guess we go to bed.
You guys go to bed. You're looking into investigating more in the area, and that is where we'll pick up next time. Thank you guys for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, and stick around to check out our other amazing content here at JadeCon Gaming. Thanks for joining us. Bye.